guys, welcome back to Cube Pack. In this video, I'm going to teach you full PLL. Full PLL makes it so that you can solve PLL in one step instead of doing the corners and then the edges. Our first algorithm in full PLL is the UA perm. The UA perm looks like this. And here's what we're going to do. I can't even tell you the notation for this one. I can try. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's R2, U prime, S prime, U2, S, U, R2. Yeah, it's really weird. That's just the algorithm I use. And then here's the UB perm. If you can tell the difference, the UB perm has this edge opposite to the side here. Yeah, what we're going to do for this one is R2, U prime, S, U2, prime, S, or the other one was S prime, I think. Notation's too hard. U2, S prime, U2 prime, S, U, R2. All right, next is the H perm. Looks like this. What we're going to do for this is M2U, M2U2, M2U, M2. Okay, well, those were all like M2 primes and U primes, but, you know, whatever. All right. On to the Z perm, which I'm not even going to tell you notation because it's too difficult. It's actually M prime. Or, let me just set it up first. Okay, so to get the AUF that flows good with the algorithm is you have it here, so that, or here's what it looks like first. You have it here. You do a U2 before you start the algorithm, so you get an AUF that flows nice. M prime, U prime, M2, U prime, M2, U prime, M prime, U2, M2, U prime again. Dust on my cube. Okay. All right, now we're moving on to the algorithms where they're adjacent swaps. Don't ask me what that means. I'm too tired to remember. Okay, first up we have the T perm, which is this. What we're going to do for the T perm is we're going to pinch R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F with our middle finger, rolling R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, and then we're going to do R, U, R prime, and then push with our index finger. If you can't push, doing with your thumb is also okay. Like, if you had the T perm and you went like this, and you went push with your thumb, that's also okay, but it is better to do index finger. Index finger with the F prime. Okay, the next one is an F perm, and if you know the T perm, you know the F perm. It's really simple. It's, you set it up with R prime, U prime, F prime. Then you do the T perm, except for the last push. And instead of the last F prime, you do UR. So yeah, that's really simple. And then we have the JB perm, which is like, basically, if you know the T perm again, you know the JB perm. It's like R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, which is literally the ending of the, or the middle of the T perm. The next adjacent swap is the JA perm, also sometimes called the L perm. For the JA perm, I like to just do it lefty. So like this, because I enjoy doing lefty T perms. So that's my JA perm. And then for the RA perm. RA perm is the absolute best PLL you'll ever come across. All right, here we go. It's like this. R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U2, R prime, U2, R prime, F, R, U, R, U2 prime, R prime. And then AUF, whatever. So it looks like this. Again, looks like the T perm with these two need to swap instead of this one. So it's like fast motion, looks like this. Okay. Next is the RB perm. I don't hate the RB perm, but it's not a fun one to come across. When you see it in a solve, it looks like this. T perm again, except instead of swapping, or the RA perm, except instead of swapping back here, you swap over here. So to get no AUF, you hold it this way, and we do this. R prime, U2, R, U2, R prime, F, RU, R prime, U prime, R prime, F. And then I don't like my finger tricks at all, but here's what I do. R2 like this. It doesn't really matter because it's the end of the solve, but you know, you can figure out better ones. I'm not going to show you any better ones because that's the ones I use. Okay. Next we're going to do PLLs that only use the corners. So these are the E perm, the AA perm, and the AB perm. What I like to do I can never remember which one's the RA and which one's the AA, which one's the AB. But I think this one's AA perm, which we have this. This one's opposite. We hold it here. Here we do L2, D2, L prime, U prime, L, D2, L prime, UL prime. The next one is, okay. Next one is the AB perm, which it's not opposite here. We hold it here and do the same thing. Righty, R2, D2, RU prime, D2, RU prime, R. Last one is the E perm, which I really don't like the E perm. E perm's annoying, but hold it here on the yellow face, and we do this. R, U prime, R prime, D, R, U, R prime, D prime, R, U, R prime, D, R, U prime, R prime, D prime. And that's the E perm. There. You don't know what it looks like. It looks like these two swapping like that. Yeah. Next, we're going to move on to PLLs that swap the pieces diagonally. So right now we're going to look at the Y perm. It's F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. That's the Y perm. Once again, F, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime. The next algorithm that we're going to do is the NA perm. The NA perm goes like this. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, R prime, F prime, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U2. Insert the pair with R, U prime, R prime. So it looks like this. Already NA perm in fast motion. Looks really cool. Feels really good. Yeah. NB perm. R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, U, F, R, U, R prime, F prime, R prime, F prime, R, U, R. R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, F prime, U, F, R, U, R prime, F prime, R prime, F prime, R, U prime, R. Okay, next is the V perm. Nobody likes getting the V perm in a solve. The V perm is like, all right, ready? V perm. R, U prime, R, U, R prime, D, R, D prime, R, U prime, D simultaneously, R2U, R2D prime, R2. V perm looks like this. Already again, RU prime, RU R prime, D, R, D prime, R, U prime, D, simultaneously, R2U, R2D prime, R2. Okay, there we go. Next is we're going to move on to, next we're going to move on to the G-perms. The G-perms. You heard me right. I will not be going over the GC perm. It's too horrible to even like think about. I'm going to tell you the notation, but I'm not even going to do it because it's that bad. The GC perm is just that bad. Okay, first up, the GA perm. All right, so the GA perm looks like this, and we do it by R2, UR prime U, R prime U prime R U prime, R2 prime, U prime D, R prime, UR D prime. That's the RA perm. Now, or GA perm, sorry, did I say RA perm? GA perm. Now, next up is the GB perm, which is really goated. All right, ready? Here for the G perms. A, B, C, D. So we have the A one, or the B. Ready? Because A, B. B is over here. Ready? You do it like this. R prime, U prime, R, U, D prime, and then you get the, or R2, U, R prime, U. Then you get the best thing ever. All non-cubers are constantly doing this. Now you get to do it too. R, U prime, R, U prime, R2, D prime. But it's what everybody does, you know? When people do that, or they say, oh, you can solve a Rubik's Cube in only 2 moves, you just do that. No, you can. But that's what it is. All right, next. Here is the GC perm. You know, I'm just going to do it. I hate this. Okay, looks like this, because A, B, C, D. Okay, so C, ready? R2 prime, U prime, RU prime. I hate this. RU, R prime, U, R2 prime, UD prime, R, UR prime, D. I'm sad. Okay. Next up is the GD perm. So, because A, B, C, D, GD. Ready? It's R, U, R prime, U prime, D simultaneously. R2, U prime, R, U prime, R prime, U, R prime, U, R2 prime, D prime. That is full PLL. Thank you very much, and sub to Cubing Pack.